Welcome back guys to part 2 of my YouTube studio build series. So today I have a little bit more time to work on my new set here in our new apartment. So hopefully I'm gonna have enough time to put up my PC and server stack behind me, the screen, mouse, keyboard on my table, and basically all of the IT for my new studio. Now last time I put in the carpet into this room, assembled the sit-stand desk as well as the presenter table, and got the IKEA shelf behind me in this room. If you haven't seen this video, then definitely do check it out, linked in the card right now. Now, even though I put a carpet into this room, there is still quite a lot of reverb going on, as you can probably tell, and I'm aware of that issue, but I'm first gonna have to put everything in this room and then see if I still have to soundproven the room even further. And I think with that, it's time to install the PC server stack. Alright, so I successfully installed my PC server stack, and as you can see I have a 10 gigabit switch, which allows me to directly connect my home server over Cat6 cables to my PC, also over Cat6 cables, and that allows me to get incredibly fast transfer speeds between my PC and my home server, which I'm gonna need because videos like the one you're watching right now, I'm actually editing on my PC. However, the files are laying on the server, and therefore having a fast transfer speed is gonna be invaluable in order to get a smooth editing experience. If you also wanna get such a 10 gigabit switch, then I left an affiliate link in the description below. Also, I have my Philips bridge connected to my switch here, which then allows me to basically control all of the lights in my studio using a mobile phone. Now, in order to minimize the amount of cables that I'm gonna need to run from my main PC to the middle of this room, where my sit-stand desk is, I figured that I could just run a super long DisplayPort cable from my graphics card right underneath the carpet to the table, and then I would repeat the same process for a USB Type-C 3.1 Gen 1, so a 5 gigabits connection underneath the carpet into the middle of my table. So if you come back to the middle of the room, there is a DisplayPort as well as a USB cable coming out of the carpet here, which I can then route basically up onto the table like this. By the way, this is an active USB cable, so I could even plug this into a power plug, and I could run like super heavy workloads through this USB cable. I'm not going to be needing this because I'm actually going to be getting a USB hub, which is already powered, but this is really a super convenient solution. If you need to run a USB Type-C cable over longer distances than what they usually run for, you can basically just plug in this power plug here, and you've got an active USB Type-C plug. Unfortunately, the USB hub that I want to use with this USB Type-C cable hasn't just arrived. But I might just run to an electronics store to get a replacement hub to just kind of see how everything is running with this long USB extension. But with having said that, I think it's about time to set up my monitor arm, my screens, mouse, keyboard, and basically everything that I've got on my sit-stand desk. Let's get to work. Alright, so as you can see, my PC is up and running just fine, and as you might hear, there is a huge thunderstorm going on right outside, which produces some nice concussions up on the roof window. Not sure how I'm gonna deal with that with future videos. Probably I'm just not gonna record any videos when it's pouring like this. Anyway, I also connected a USB hub to my computer. This is just gonna be for testing purposes. So my mouse, keyboard, and microphone are all just working fine. And as you can also see, my monitor is also up and running. Alright, so I put all of the boxes into the IKEA shelf, which I actually put a little bit away from the wall in order for the Philips Hue light strip that I got right here to nicely illuminate the wall as well as the roof. This gives it a very nice effect that I didn't even know it could have that effect. In my old studio I had the light strip much closer to the wall, and then it would like kind of illuminate individual parts of the wall. It just wouldn't like generate a smooth illuminated area as it does right now. So I'm actually really pleased with this result. However, I realized that some of the boxes that I still have are actually not here in our flat, but they're still at my grandma's place because we kind of had boxes all over the place. Also, I will soon receive a pegboard that I'm going to place at that wall right there, where I'm going to place some tools as well as my cables that I currently have there, as well as USB sticks in like little boxes that you can place or put onto the pegboard. And then I'm also going to have to further soundproof this room because, as you can hear, the reverb is still real in here, even though I've put a lot of things in here already. But obviously there's a lot of empty walls, so I'm going to have to kind of soundproof it with this acoustic foam. And yes, I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments that this is gonna help absolutely nothing and it's a waste of time and money, and I can tell you it actually helps. It actually helps quite a lot. I had these in my old studio, and as soon as I put them down, the room became a reverb mess. So yeah, that cheap stuff actually does help. Yeah, internet, go figure. Anyhow, for now I'm gonna place the camera equipment over there where it belongs, as well as the key light, and then I should be finished for today and for this video. So let's get this done and wrap up this video. And that's about it for the basic setup of my new YouTube studio. Now I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys, I really think that this turned out absolutely fantastic. I'm still gonna have to do a few minor tweaks and changes to the angle and lighting, but overall I think this has turned out absolutely great. If you do have any suggestions though, then definitely leave them in the comment section down below, and I'm sure to read them and maybe implement them in this new YouTube studio. But overall this is just such a huge upgrade over the last studio, because I have my presenter table here where I only do YouTube videos. I have my laptop right in front of the camera lens, so I can see with the tethering if everything is in focus, if everything is in frame. And I can also have a kind of script here to not forget stuff that I want to talk about in future YouTube videos. So in terms of lighting, I have the key light that illuminates the left side of my face and leaves the right side kind of in the dark, which is on purpose to have a nice contrast between this side of my face and the background, which is nicely illuminated by the Philips Hue light there. And it's also nicely blurred because I'm now again shooting on my primary lens, which is a Sigma 16mm f1.4. So it's super wide open and has this very nice field of depth effect. One thing I'm a little bit sad though is that you really can't see the PC right behind me, the kind of PC server stack that I have here. I wanted to have this displayed in my YouTube videos, but I realized that this is right in the center of the frame, which is where I obviously sit, and therefore I can't really have it on shot. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I can actually show my PC server stack in my future videos. But for now I'm simply gonna have my screen shown in frame to give a bit of a nice backdrop to my videos. Now one aspect that I'm gonna definitely want to improve upon is the sort of overall illumination of this room. Because the key light and the Philips Hue light are the only light sources in this room at this moment. So I'm gonna have to get a regular room light that I thought would be nice if it illuminated the ceiling. And if I get an RGB light, then I could also kind of change the color of that lighting and change the kind of mood of the video or atmosphere depending on how I feel, I guess. And then I'm gonna have to work on the audio in this room, putting the microphone closer to my mouth and also kind of soundproofing it in order to kind of get rid of this annoying reverb which is still kind of present in this room. But all of that is definitely content for an upcoming video. But for now I think it's time to wrap up today's video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like this kind of YouTube studio build videos, then definitely tell me in the comments below and leave a like. If you didn't like this video, no problem, leave a dislike. Subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.